guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. Hey girl, hey. This video will be an in-depth tutorial of how I pack orders for my business. So today, we're packing a very small order for our girl, I think her name's Shambria. Hey girl, hey. So I just like to take my custom boxes that I get from Uline and take them up before putting on my branded tape, just because my branded tape is water activated, so I don't feel like it's as strong as I need it to be. So I just put some tape on it. I'll link the tape that I use. I get it from Target. And this box is really perfect. It's I think it's a 4x4 box. I'll link it down below as well. But it really helps as it relates to that unique branded atmosphere, because the last thing you want to do is be sending people USPS boxes because it's generic, and this is a small business and you want them to have that small business experience. So from there, I was just putting a little bit of peanuts in the box. It's really just game planning on how I was going to fit these candles into the box, and this is typically what happens, just as it relates to every order is different, so you want to see how you can, conveniently pack it. So initially I was going to put up one in each of these, but I was like, why would I waste these big expensive black boxes on these little order instead of using a Uline box? So that's what I chose to do. So these matte black boxes are for my 11-ounce candles, and this order was just two 6-ounce candles, so there's no reason to, overdo it. So I thought, to be smart, we're just going to use these white Uline boxes. Yeah, so I went and grabbed it. So this is just a Uline, I think it's 4x4x4 box. I'll link these down below too. But they work perfectly for my Aura tins, my Aura jars from Mixi, as well as these Oli Craft tins. So they fit them perfectly. I put two tins in there, super easy. And then I put my custom label on the box. So it does say Sense of Vision Candle Co. on it. And I'll link the vendor down below. I get them from Zazzle. So just as it relates to how I organize the box, I know this is super important, but I always like to make sure I put tissue paper in there. Usually I get mine from the dollar store. I like to get the sparkling white tissue paper just because I think it's a nice, aesthetic when someone opens a package. But you can just get regular white or regular black. Just make sure you have tissue paper in your box. Definitely important. I learned how to do this from another candle maker, so hopefully this could help you guys too. But you just put them in there sort of in a vertical fold, and then you put a little bit of peanuts. If you had glass, obviously you do more peanuts, but I'm just packing up some tins, so I just put in a very little bit of packing peanuts, and then I just put the tins in there because I saw a little piece of hair. Never leave hair in a box. It looks so unprofessional. But I know that tins are not going to break in shipment because they aren't glass, so I just carefully place them in there with a little bit of packing peanuts, and I always put the packing slip right on top so they'll see exactly what they ordered and they see they got it. I also like to add in a thank you card. So I get these from Zazzle as well, but they're these large thank you cards that give them a 30% off code if they shop again, because I think it's really important if someone places an order for you, it's an opportunity to create a repeat customer to increase sales. So yeah, I always put a 30% off code on that thank you card. And this is how I fold it. I just carefully fold each side over so that those wrinkled pieces of tissue are straight and it looks more aesthetically pleasing. And then just from there, I add in one of those stickers that I added on the box. I add that onto this tissue paper little setup because it looks like a gift. And it's like, Merry Christmas from Sense Vision Candle Co. People love this, so I always just put that right in the middle. Then just from there, I like to tape up the box again. As I mentioned before, we can't really trust the insulated tape that you'll see, water activated tape that you'll see soon, but I just tape up the top with this, I think it's called Scott tape. Scott tissue tape, Scott tape. Y'all, comment below what it's called. Scotch tape? I think that's the word. But I try to reinforce it, and I was trying to make it straight, but I didn't, and it's okay. You don't have to be super perfect. You just have to be clean and as aesthetically pleasing as possible. Cleanliness is the goal, though. Like, if you are sending out candles, make sure they aren't glue, sticky, they don't have any wax on them. Make sure everything looks really nice and aesthetically pleasing for your customers, because the last thing you want to do is run into a scenario where your customer doesn't buy from you again because you're dirty. But yeah, now I'm just grabbing some water activated tape. As you can see here, it is the last little bit that I have of water activated tape. I had a lot of sales this month. If you want to know how I make sales, you can purchase the Candle Making Survival Guide. The link is in the description down below. It's on sale this month for $49.99. It was selling for $119 last year. But what I found great success with was just my marketing and sales strategy from my previous job. So yeah, this is the last little bit of that water activated tape, and I was just using the roller from my water activated tape roller, and I was just pulling that off. I had to get creative because it was the last little bit, and it was so much easier to do it this way than with a sponge because it rolled, you know? And it was just so easy just to activate these sticky parts. So this tape is from No Issue. I'll link it down below. But it really helps with making sure your candle box looks aesthetically pleasing. So I use a white box and then this matte black tape, and it looks so professional. When you're in USPS, they're like, "Oh, what do you sell?" I'm like, "I sell candles, girl. I got you, girl. Here's my card." But yeah, that's how you do that. And then you just carefully adhere that tape to the box and make sure it's completely secured. The best part is that my water activated tape is a bit wider than the Scotch tape, so it's not going to resist that, because you know the Scotch tape is shiny on the outside, but the water activated tape is wider, so there's nothing to worry about. So then I just cut it with a wick trimmer because I don't have any scissors down here. So I just cut it with some wick trimmers right there, and yeah, that's perfect. From there, I like to be really dramatic and put fragile labels. So pro tip, never get fragile labels from USPS. The yellow ones, they cost $14 when, like, they are so expensive. Don't do that. They cost money to the customer. Like, they won't deliver it to the customer unless they pay for the postage. I hate them. Like, just thinking about it. But yeah, these red ones are completely free for postage, but you do have to purchase them off Amazon. They're like $5. And I'll link them down below. But yeah, that's my entire process, you guys. Let me know what you think of how I pack orders, and if this was helpful, make sure you give it a thumbs up. And I'll see you guys in my next video.